Going to see Whiplash. Oh yeah. Holy kermuppets, that was intense! I never saw Whiplash in theaters. I didn't even know it existed. It was barely advertised where I live. Fortunately, I got to see it as a part of this jazz course I am currently taking in college. Whiplash is not a good film. It is a phenomenal film. The story of Whiplash is about this up and coming jazz drummer named Andrew Newman, played by Miles Teller, who goes to the Schaefer Conservatory of Music and is set to become one of the big greats, such as his idol, Buddy Rich. He figures the best way to do this is to come under the tutelage of the college's most prestigious professor, Terence Fletcher, played by J.K. Simmons. One problem with that though, Fletcher's methods are abominable. He verbally and physically abuses his students on a daily basis. So, so when Newman does come under Fletcher's wing, he must contend not only with himself, but with Fletcher in order to achieve his dreams. This is your typical one's journey to greatness that you see in a lot of films, but this one strikes a personal chord with me because I myself am a musician. I've had multiple teachers, and I've always worried, am I getting better? And that is where this story shines. Because it's not about this boy chasing his dreams while dealing with a bad guy. No, it raises some real serious questions, such as, does negative feedback, Fletcher's methods, actually work? Where is the line drawn between chasing your dreams and harmful obsession? And probably the most important one, how far can you go in chasing your dreams without losing yourself? These three questions apply to everybody, whether they're musicians, scientists, or even janitors. Plus, I do appreciate the fact that the main focus of a film is on musical instruments that are not a cappella. Such insight can only come from a great mind, and that mind turned out to be Damien Chazelle. Chazelle is both the director and writer of this film, basing it off his own experience with an intimidating band teacher in high school. And he's well on his way to become the next Steven Spielberg. He creates a real world where the audience themselves can feel like they are in the background, creating an experience rather than just watching a film. The dialogue he writes does one of two things. It does not hold back on its cussing and insults, and has gut punching hilarious lines when they get creative with the insults. But the tone Giselle creates, the way he plays his music in certain scenes, the way he makes characters move and interact with each other, creates tense atmosphere. You are gonna feel like you have whiplash after watching this film, which is the sort of effect you get after a car crash. And you only see this kind of suspense and tension in movies like spy movies. So the ability to have that kind of suspenseful thriller in a real world setting is one one rare achievement. But of course, Giselle couldn't have done it without a good cast, namely Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. Teller does an excellent job portraying a man who sets out for his goals, no matter how harmful it is to him. A lot is because of the fact that the way he does expressions, it's very subtle. It's not overly cartoony, just like a real person, and the audience can tell what he's thinking. He the drumming in this film, at least the vast majority, is Teller himself drumming, and that kind of dedication to doing his own stunts really adds to the realistic atmosphere. Of course, this film would be nothing without J.K. Simmons as Terrence Fletcher. Most people know him as J. Jonah Jameson from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, but he is nothing like that character. Just imagine Jameson slapping Peter Parker multiple times, and imagine that scaled tenfold. That's Fletcher. The way he moves, the way he pronounces. Simmons manages to create one of the most terrifying figures in all of cinema. And yet, there are scenes where he makes it out that Fletcher does genuinely care for his students. And that makes the scenes where he does a complete 180-degree turn on his character all the more scary and tenseful. Overall, I would recommend this film to people who like music. There's tons of great music, jazz or otherwise. People who like the One's Journey to Greatness storyline, it's well told, and those who like to have a good laugh and be scared. Warning to those people though, you're probably gonna get some whiplash after watching this film. See you next time.